everybody. I'm still at it, aren't I? We are now on whatever day this is, because quite frankly, I lost track and I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. But as for the date, I don't know. I just know I am somewhere in October because I'm doing the 31 days of October. The 31 days of Halloween. See, here I go again. Good Lord. So we're slowly ticking it down. We're getting there. We are, I don't know, we still got a full week left. And I have not, we've got like a week left, I believe. Yeah. Excuse me while I go a little crazy. But today I decided we were going to go back to 1933. And today I have the Walgreens exclusive Invisible Man. I had it right here. I swear it was. Is it actually here? I am just kidding. He's right here. Little play on the Invisible Man thing. But yes, I got the Walgreens exclusive Invisible Man from the Universal Studios Monsters line. And yeah, he's a little dinged up, but he's still, the Universal Studios go pretty strong. And the exclusive version of this, oh, that is dinged up more than I thought it was. Walgreens, seriously. But what makes it different than the regular Invisible Man, as far as this line goes, is he's actually in black and white. So he's more like, you know, the Claude Rains version, which the original movie came out in 1933, and it was followed by a couple sequels. Obviously, I've got a collection of, I got this in the Legacy collection that came out several years ago. What year did this come out? I'm not 100% positive when that first came out. When they first put I know they reissue them every couple of years, so I'm not for sure when this actually 2001 it looks like. Could be. But yeah, 2001 when this Legacy collection came out. And it has the collection of all of them. But this is obviously from the first one, the Invisible Man, the Claude Rains version. And if you don't know that the actor that played the Invisible Man was Claude Rains, then you're not a Rocky Horror Picture Show fan, are you? But yeah, let's take this bad boy out. I want to take a look at him. Yeah, box is really dinged up. But let's get a look at him. Here he's holding a book. Yeah, the whole thing is painted to make it look like it's from the black and white film. And the detail on this is just great for, especially being in black and white. Honestly, it makes it a little bit more, yeah. Pardon me while I go over this for a second. But yeah, this is absolutely awesome. The movie came out in 1933, and it was really it's really impressive on how they did this when you consider they didn't have modern technology, and considering what they did to make him appear. I mean, it looks choppy by today's standards, um, but even looking choppy, it's still rather impressive. Like what they managed to do with that, and Claude Rains' performance. I mean, he was primarily a stage actor, so he had to project with his voice, and uh, he didn't have. You only saw him towards the end when he finally died, and it reversed the effects of the invisible potion, or yeah, potion that made him invisible. I have not seen the remake, but I've heard very, very good things, and I do look forward to seeing that. But yeah, we've got the Invisible Man. The Legacy Collection, I'll go back to that. I know I'm jumping back and forth, but I have to say I love this collection. It's got the Invisible Man, the Invisible Man Returns, the Invisible Woman, Invisible Agent, and the Invisible Man's Revenge. And everything except the Invisible Woman actually has H.G. Wells as a writing credit on this, which I'm pretty sure he didn't do a lot of screenwriting. But the fact that the Invisible Man's Revenge came out 2 years before he died, yeah, I don't really know if H.G. Wells actually had a hand in the production of the movie at all, really. With the exception of the Invisible Woman, they all took different aspects of the actual novel of the Invisible Man. I mean, they've even got it to where, yeah, in the first one, you've got the Invisible Man, and he dies at the end. The Invisible Man Returns is actually this Invisible Man's brother, who takes his serum to a prison and gives it to a friend of his who is wrongfully accused of murder and is getting ready to be hanged. That person is played by Vincent Price, the Immortal. So yeah, Vincent Price was the second Invisible Man. And then it goes to Invisible Woman, which has nothing to do with anything. You get to the Invisible Agent, who is the grandson of the Invisible Man. When you're invisible, you got a big family. You kind of need it. So yeah, to be touched by the Invisible Man, which I believe Vincent Price played the Invisible Man in one of the Abbott and Costello movies, where they ran into several different. Maybe it was meets Frankenstein, where they did run into, I believe, Dracula and the Wolfman at certain points. And at the end, it is actually Vincent Price that is there with a cigarette that lights itself. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of all the Universal Studios monsters. They were the first accessible things. I mean, I remember reading about the Universal Studios monsters while I was in grade school, because the gateway to horror for a lot of people, which is often not really mentioned, are the orange horror books that used to be in school libraries. And they were all like just kind of these little, let's talk about the monsters. And they had so many, and every time you went there, you were hoping there'd be more of them. But they covered so many. I would love to actually see a collection of those things again. I don't even know what they're called other than the orange monster books that they used to have in public libraries. But yeah, I'm going to talk more about. I've got another classic horror character coming soon. And yeah, we're just gonna send this off. We're just gonna get a lot more of these characters, because I mean, some people, you know, have their horror lists. Basically, that's just about every video that I've made this month, or will be making this month, has to do with something that, yeah, it's a favorite. Like, I either watch or go over. This is kind of my way of not watching other movies. It's my way of actually touching on every horror franchise that I love. The obviously the 13 days, the 13 spooky countdown calendar touched on a lot of them, but there is just so much, and of all genres. I mean, to get the, you know, get the Universal Studios monsters, and then get the Hammer films, and I've got one that started even. I've got the bigger sensation than the Universal Studios monsters, because there was something scarier and more graphic that was going on while these movies came out, and to not address their influence on horror, today's horror, is a grave injustice, and a lot of people don't do it. And I am working on that, and I will be doing that before Halloween.